stand right now and what we're looking at?
Well, again, I think the most pressing thing is the fact that we've got the northern eye wall that is now about to push towards the Marco Island area. So this is the latest on the storm right now. Winds at 120. So the winds have come down a little bit. Pressure is increasing now at 936 millibars. So that kind of gives you an idea that the storm is undergoing some slight weakening. That's not for you to let your guard down, though, as this system is now down to a Category 3, moving to the north now, moving north at 12 miles per hour. And the speed is actually increased on this storm now. So we're going to be looking at this accelerating as it pushes north along Interstate 75. So here's what's going on right now. This is the latest position on it. Just to the south of Marco Island. It's going to continue moving northward here, heading up towards the coastal areas of Lee County and then eventually up into Charlotte County. And you probably saw those pictures and those video of the water that is now being pushed out into the Gulf as a result of those northeasterly winds. So we're going to be seeing that for a while. But I'll tell you, when the storm begins pushing north of the area and we get those winds out of the west and southwest, that's when the water is going to come back, and that's when the big-time surge issues are going to be coming in. So the latest positioning on it takes it northward and eventually pulls the storm northward across Cape Coral, then eventually up towards the Port Charlotte area, and then getting up into Sarasota County, northward to areas just east of Tampa, and then eventually moving northward into the Big Bend region and the eastern panhandle here by later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. So this is the latest projection on it, and it's with that eye wall basically going from Southwest Collier all the way basically up the coast. We're going to be looking at damaging winds all the way along that path here with the eye wall. Let's take a look at the current radar, if you will, so we can get an idea of exactly what's going on. Let's go to the radar if we can, and I'll show you where the eye is currently. And you can see there it is right there. Now, notice that it does not look like a full ring like we've been seeing with these radar images the past several days, where we've actually had a full circle showing that eye. Now we're starting to see the bottom part of it getting chopped off, and that's indicative of some dry air that is actually being pulled into the system from the west. There's that trough of low pressure that we've been waiting for to turn this thing northward is now starting to impinge on the western part of the storm. And as a result of that, some dry air associated with that shortwave trough is now starting to pull into the system and is eating away at the southern end of the eye. That does not mean, though, that there aren't strong winds all the way around it. It's just that you're seeing more of the rain on the north side as it lifts northward. So it looks like it is pretty much on top of Marco Island now. It's going to be moving in here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Southern portions of Collier County, so that places like Achapee, Everglades City, Chokoloskee, going to be dealing with these damaging winds here in the next several minutes. It's going to be moving up into the Naples area within the next 20 minutes or so, up towards I-75, including Golden Gate Estates, and then getting into southern Lee County. I think this will likely be in southern Lee County, potentially as early as 4 o'clock, but by 5 o'clock, we should be looking at hurricane-force winds as far north as southern Lee County. So again, these bands have been pushing northward across the area, and we've seen hurricane-force winds gradually pushing northward in areas that have not seen them yet. So let's widen out the view a little bit to show you what's going on. This is Lee County. You can see the bands that are lifting northward, and there are tropical storm force winds in these, and we're going to gradually see those hurricane force winds begin ramping up as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. I think for the Fort Myers area, we're going to be seeing the strongest winds after dark. So right around dusk or a little bit after that, that's when the strongest winds should start moving into the Fort Myers area. Maybe a little bit earlier than that now that the storm is beginning to accelerate a little bit. But you clearly see that the hurricane force winds, the wind field actually expanded with the hurricane force winds now extending outwards about 80 miles from the center. The tropical storm force winds outwards over 200 miles from the center. So the wind field, as it's starting to unravel a little bit, is actually widening. So a very large area going to be dealing with these winds for a while. So as you can see, the northern edge of the eye wall is still probably about, I'd say, 60, 70 miles south of Fort Myers. So with this forward motion, we're still looking at that possibility of those, at least the northern eye wall, getting into the Fort Myers area, I'd say in about the next 5 hours or so. So let's put that, instead of about 5 o'clock, we'll put that at about 6, 7 o'clock, where we could be looking at those damaging winds moving into the Fort Myers area. Southern Lee County will be a little bit earlier than that, of course. And you can see the rain bands extend even farther towards the north, so the tropical storm force winds now beginning to push into the Tampa area and areas farther north up towards Orlando. And, of course, over on the East Coast, they've been dealing with that as well. Right now, it looks like, as far as the tornado threat is concerned, that's going to be restricted to mainly areas of the East Coast and off towards the north, where the winds are more easterly and southeasterly. But now we're starting to get those winds changing direction as the center of circulation gets a little bit closer to us. So here are the warnings going on right now. The yellow is the tornado watch that is mainly north of the region, really from Fort Myers northward. But of most importance for us right now is the extreme wind warning. This is what they issue for Category 3 strength hurricanes or higher when they make landfall with those 115-mile-an-hour winds or higher with the extreme wind warning. This is a new product that they issue now. They used to issue tornado warnings for these, but now they've made a special product called an extreme wind warning for the potential for winds above Category 3 strength or higher in gusts or sustained winds as the eye wall begins moving northward. So this is going to be lasting here for the next, I'd say the next hour and a half or so as it moves through southwest Collier County. Heads up for you in Lee County, you're probably going to get an extreme wind warning issued for you within the next couple of hours as the eye wall begins to make progress through southwest Collier, crosses over Alligator Alley, and basically goes right up I-75. So you will be seeing these extreme winds in Lee County within the next several hours. And like I said, timing for southern Lee County possibly as early as about 5 o'clock. Fort Myers, it looks like, and Cape Coral getting around that 6 to 7 o'clock time frame. So getting close to dark, and we're going to be dealing with these howling winds even through the areas after dark and then into later on tonight. So let's widen things out once again and just kind of give you a perspective of what's going on with really the entire big picture. The reds over there, you see the tornado warnings that is going on right now. That's over on the East Coast. And the entire system is going to push north of the area here for tonight. The winds are going to stay high even into tomorrow, but we'll gradually see things improve as we go into the afternoon hours here for tomorrow. So gradually improving conditions there. But again, the eye wall about to get right on top of Barco Island, and that's where we're going to be seeing those winds getting up into that 100 to 115 mile an hour range. Now, we've already had some gusts in the 90 mile an hour range in Chokoloskee, and with the eye, we easily could see winds 100 to 120 miles an hour as this pushes on in. And we saw with some of those live shots, we were getting those winds just whipping around like that with the eye. But I do want to stress this to you. Even though the presentation on the southern end of the eye, so you notice it looks kind of like a crescent moon, the southern edge is not going to have as much rain with it, but the wind is still there. So when this thing lifts northward, you're going to get blasted with rain and wind as the northern eye wall pushes through. But then when the eye comes over, things will calm down a little bit. And then when the southern portion of the eye starts to push in, we will probably not have as much rain due to some of that dry air that's being pulled into the southern part of the circulation, but we'll still have the wind around. And the winds will come from the other direction. And that's where we're really going to start to get that water piling up, particularly in the Lee County and Collier County, as that starts to lift northward across the area. So the surge actually should start rising here across the coastal sections of Collier County right now. But then we're going to see a sustained surge with those southerly winds, those onshore winds that are going to continue for a while. Again, I do want to stress the storm surge potential. What you're looking at here is the height above ground level. So basically, it doesn't matter where you are. We're talking from the ground up is how much we're looking at high water rise. And in the areas in red, 9 to 15 feet. That's how high the water could potentially get in these particular areas. And this is going well inland here in southwest Collier, all the way up about 10 to 12 miles inland. Let's take a look at Lee County to show you exactly what the storm surge is looking like. Now, the winds are coming out of the east and northeast, so the water is basically being pulled out this way, and that's why it looks like the storm is sucking the water out. That's not really what's happening. The winds are coming out of the east and northeast, and that, as a result, parallel to the Caloosahatchee, is pulling that water and bringing it out. It's basically like if you had a pan of water and you took like your leaf blower and basically blasted the water into the pan of water, it would push all that water over on the other side. You turn the leaf blower off, the water is going to come back. And that's what's going to happen later on tonight, especially when the winds come back from the other direction. We're going to start to see all that water that came out, it's going to start getting pushed back in. And this is where we're going to be looking at big-time surge here, 9 to 15 feet for Sanibel. Anywhere you see in red, all the way up to Caloosahatchee, almost all the way up towards US 41, San Carlos Park. Now, this is worst-case scenario at max tide. So this is a worst-case scenario map. This doesn't necessarily mean it will happen exactly like this, but this map just kind of gives you a general idea of what will happen on a worst-case scenario situation with the surge as it moves through. Let's head on up to Charlotte County and show those folks there, show our friends up in Charlotte County what they could expect as far as the storm surge. And in and around Charlotte Harbor, same story. All that water, once that storm especially begins to lift northward, we're going to start to see those winds coming in out of the west, and we're going to be getting all kinds of storm surge flooding there in and around Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, all the way southward, all the way up towards Harbor Heights, up the Peace River. Sarasota County, let's take a look at Sarasota County really quickly and show you what we're looking at as far as water rises. And as you can see, they're anywhere from about 1 to 3 feet above ground in and around Minnesota Key and out towards Englewood and Venice and places like that. So we're still looking at that large amount of storm surge potential for the entire southwest Florida coast, particularly in a prolonged fashion as the storm begins lifting northward and we get more of those winds out of the west as the storm begins lifting northward up towards the Tampa area. Rainfall amounts, we could easily see 15 inches out of some of these bands, although it looks like the rain on the southern end of the storm is beginning to shut down a little bit due to some of that drier air being pulled in. So the heaviest of the rain is going to be falling east of the center, north of the center. You get south of the center of circulation, the rain starts to come down a little bit, but the wind keeps going. And we're looking at an additional perhaps 5 to 7 inches. Some spots a little bit more than that, and that is going to cause some flash flooding. We've already seen some flash flood warnings issued. It's not out of the question. We could certainly see some more here as we go throughout the overnight hours. Spaghetti plots, to kind of give you an idea of what the track really has not changed much. It's been shifted east, has been shifted west a little bit, but really we're kind of at the point now where we know where this thing is going to go, and we're going to be looking at that track basically right up the coast of southwest Florida all the way as we get into the evening hours up towards the Tampa Bay area. So here are the spaghetti plots now, pretty much locked in on the Naples area in the coastal portions of Collier County. And then as we go towards the north, as we go through time, pretty much right through Lee County, Bonita Springs. So it follows the track pretty much exactly what we're expecting here, up into Charlotte County, then eventually into Sarasota County, Manatee County, and then into DeSoto County and off towards the north. And as we get into the nighttime hours, this is going to be approaching Tampa and then pushing northward from there into the eastern ports of the Panhandle. We do expect significant weakening, though, especially once it gets north of Tampa, as the upper-level shear associated with that shortwave trough I was telling you about, those westerly winds aloft, are going to start to weaken the storm more rapidly. But we're going to be looking at a damaging wind threat even as far north as Atlanta. So Atlanta and East Alabama are going to be dealing with potential for wind even as far east as South Carolina. So this is not going to be just a Florida event. It's going to be heading up towards the north as well. So these are the forecast wind gusts through this afternoon. Things are really going to start ramping up like we're seeing right now. 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts now, at least near that in parts of Collier County. But as we go through time, those 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts are going to start spreading up towards Fort Myers, right around dark, Cape Coral, and then out eastward, of course, to for our friends out in LaBelle, for instance. Although it looks like for our inland counties, the winds sustained are not going to be as strong as near what we're going to be looking at with the center of the circulation, but we are going to be seeing some gusts as we go through the overnight hours and into the early morning hours here for tomorrow. So, again, the wind gusts that we've seen so far, and I'll kind of back out of the way so you can see this, 61 miles per hour at Page Field, so we're starting to get well into that tropical storm force range. Naples now at 81-mile-an-hour wind gusts, Punta Gorda at 48 miles per hour, and the Tampa area is still below tropical storm force, although the tropical storm force winds will start pushing into that area here by this afternoon. So we're really starting to see things pick up here across parts of southwest Florida. So really to recap, let's go back to the radar so we can show you where the eye of the storm is right now, at least what's left of it. It is starting to get eroded a little bit, but there's still that northern eye wall that is still there. Let's go over the radar and show you. There it is there. The course this morning, it went through the Keys. It is now leaving the Keys. And notice you're not seeing much rain on the southern end of the storm. There is dry air, like I said, that is over the Gulf, that is being wrapped into the circulation and eating away the moisture on the south side of the storm. So once the system passes the area, once Irma moves to the north, and you start getting those westerly winds, you're probably not going to see much rain. You'll see a few showers, but it won't be nearly as heavy and steady as what we're seeing right now ahead of this eye wall as it pushes northward. So again, these bands are going to be really bringing down some of those stronger winds, particularly ahead of the eye wall up into Lee County. So where we're getting these tropical storm force winds, it's with these bands that continue to rotate northward. But the really extreme winds, where we have the extreme wind warning in effect, Chokoloskee, it's almost right on top of you, Everglades City, out towards Goodland, and Marco Island. These are the areas that are going to be seeing these damaging winds with this eye wall as it pushes northward. And we're looking at a couple of hours, perhaps, of these type of winds, maybe even a little bit more than that, where we're going to have these steady winds in the 100-mile-per-hour range-ish on either side. So just prepare for that. It's going to be a little while. And, of course, even after this goes by, the winds are going to stay high through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow. So this is going to be a prolonged wind event. It's also going to be a prolonged storm surge event as well. So with the current motion on it, northward at about 12 miles per hour, this is a time of arrival for you so you can get an idea of exactly where the northern eye wall is going to be progressing through your particular neighborhood. So we go to Marco Island at 221, getting down towards Royal Palm Hammock at about 331, Everglades at 234, and towards the Belmead area at 236. By the way, Belmead is where Hurricane Wilma made landfall back in 2005. So again, this is what we're looking at with the storm pushing in, those strong winds associated with that eye wall as it moves off towards the north and into parts of Collier County. By the way, Naples, you guys, Golden Gate also going to be seeing this push into your area in about another half hour or so as this continues moving to the north. So let's widen this view back out so you can see exactly what is going on in your particular area. And I'll try to hit all the areas that I can and give you an idea of what to experience. As far as Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Sanibel, Pine Island, Matlacha, Bonita Springs, Lehigh Acres, Buckingham, Alva, places like that are now seeing the tropical storm force winds really ramp up, particularly with this band that is moving through. Out towards LaBelle, same story. Clewiston, same deal. You're dealing with those tropical storm force winds with the band that is moving through. And you get these really strong winds with the bands. And as Scott was talking about earlier, the reason why you get those strong winds with these bands is a phenomenon called vertical momentum transport. Basically, all that means is the winds are really strong in the upper parts of the atmosphere. Those thunderstorms and those heavy showers that are associated with those bands of rain, there's a lot of movement up and down. That up and down movement helps pull that stronger wind down to the surface, and that's where you get those gusts. You bring the higher winds, the stronger winds from the mid-levels of the atmosphere down to the ground, you get those bursts of tropical storm force winds, and that's what we're seeing with these bands as they move through. So you're going to get these continual bands, and you'll get some stronger gusts with these, but the steadier winds are now starting to push in. So you aren't going to see as many lulls as we saw yesterday and the last night with some of those tropical storm bands that were moving into the area. Now you're going to get more of a steady wind as we get closer to the eye as it pushes through. So again, those areas that I mentioned into Lee County, Charlotte County, Sarasota County, Arcadia also, you're going to see your winds start to pick up as well. And then getting out east in the Glades County, Hendry County, same story. But the strongest winds by far are in Collier County, associated with that hurricane force wind field as it starts pushing in. And the really strong winds are associated with this eye wall that is now beginning to push northward now. And you can clearly see how wide this thing is as it moves in. So a fairly decent chunk of southwest Collier County is going to be dealing with this as it pushes off towards the area. So you can see the back edge of the eye wall, if you will. So all the strong winds are in this particular area that is outlined with the distance markers. Now you start getting into the eye here, and of course the winds are going to calm down for a period. But it's about 15 miles across, 15 miles across, 15 miles wide. So that's based on the motion, you're looking at about an hour of these winds. And then another hour of those winds as the eye begins to go by. Once you get into the eye and then you get into the southern part of the storm, you're going to get extreme winds from the opposite direction. And that is what we're going to be looking at as far as those strong winds. Maybe about an hour of the really nasty winds, and then another hour of those nasty winds once the eye passes by and begins lifting northward. So Collier County is the main player right now as far as the strongest winds in the region. Although we're getting nasty winds everywhere, it looks like Marco Island is and areas off towards the east. Like I said, Everglades City, Chokoloskee, Achapee. And this will be pushing northward towards the Golden Gate area in Naples very shortly. So we're looking at from Naples all the way down towards the northern or the leading edge of the northern eye wall where those really strong winds are. It's about 20 miles. So Naples looks like you'll be getting into this, I'd say, at about the 3:30 time frame, maybe a little bit after that, where your winds are going to really start to pick up. But everybody else, though, especially Immokalee and out towards the Orange Tree area, and up around Bonita Springs, like I said, your winds will start to pick up a little bit later as that eye gets a little bit closer. That's the really strong winds are going to be pushing up into that direction. So here's some of the communities I was talking about. Marco Island, the Goodland area. And this is the leading edge of the strongest winds right there where you see the large gradient in the colors. It goes from green and rapidly goes to red. That is the really nasty winds that are going to be pushing on shore with the northern eye wall as it lifts northward across Collier County. So, again, widening back out, talk about some other areas that we're going to be dealing with this storm here through the evening hours. And like I said, I want to touch on the inland communities as well. So Arcadia up in DeSoto County, you guys are still seeing those bands rotate through. And I think for the Arcadia area, you are still going to be looking at the possibility of some isolated tornadoes as you're still in the favorable area with the winds turning in the upper atmosphere for some rotating storms, although more of the focus of that has been over on the East Coast. But you can see Clewiston there, and then also LaBelle in Glades County with these bands pushing through is where you're going to see some of those tropical storm force wind gusts. And then you're also going to start to get into the hurricane force winds as well as that begins lifting northward. So the winds, like I said, will gradually ramp up, and then we're going to start to see things begin to wind down here by the time we head towards the mid-morning hours here for tomorrow. So a pretty heavy, nasty situation going on across Southwest Florida with those showers and storms associated with the eye wall as it begins lifting northward. And Amy, again, really the biggest thing to take away from this is that you need to shelter in place. Oh, by the way, I do want to mention, even though the eye is calm,
right,
that doesn't mean that everything's safe and you can go out and start checking things out. You definitely don't want to do that. And I definitely want to stress that is not a time to go out and do that. And there's a false sense of security, especially if you've never been through one of these things. You think that it's all over with. It is not. And the winds are going to come back from the opposite direction. So things that got blown over or were leaned over, I guess you could say, in one direction could easily fall with the winds coming back in the other direction as well. So there's a lot of potential for danger out there when you're talking about these winds picking back up on the backside of the storm. And like I said, the big storm surge issue is going to be also when the storm lifts northward.
Can you talk about this, what we're seeing there, this graphic now, Derek? Because it still shows those three things, and then there's one a little more off coast. And anyone who's north of here might be thinking, what does this mean to me?
Yeah, that's the Canadian model, so we'll just ignore that one because that's it. But the three plots that you see right there pretty much line up with what the Hurricane Center is going with and what the other global models are agreeing with as well. That tight clustering with the center circulation basically straddling the southwest coast of Collier County. So basically the eye going over Marco Island, pardon me, and eventually Naples, and pretty much going up I-75. So really anywhere coastal Collier, coastal sections of Lee County, and also into Charlotte County, that's where we're going to see that eye wall. And there's going to be just a corridor of strong winds near the I-75 corridor going all the way north. So now it's moving due north. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Right along I-75 is where we're going to be seeing those really powerful winds, triple digits for several hours potentially.
I have